Trash a Cash Podcast, episode 49. I'm Dave, the NC Picker, and with me, as always, is Carrie, American Arbitrage, and Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker.
That's almost a year we've been doing that, I just realized. 49 is almost 52.
Yeah, there's
almost.
52 weeks in a year, and we have not missed a single freaking week,
Not
Kevin.
one, man. We're machines.
Carrie and I have not missed a single week, unlike
we're machines.
Oh, I missed, yeah, sure.
Dude, you missed last week. There was
We're the man version of Let's Do Lunch. That's what we are.
Yeah. We tried to replace Kevin with Rake and Profit permanently, but the audience wasn't for it. Sadly,
They didn't like it.
And
And
he
by
was
your
bald. He
response,
thought he could cover the old thing because he's got the baldness going on, but no.
It's true.
Kevin, did you watch the episode? Did you watch the Rake and Profit episode?
I got through most of it.
What'd you think?
Most of it. To me, it was very entertaining.
Okay,
very
good.
entertaining and I liked the fact that you gave him some hard questions and he answered them and he showed some regret and some positivity towards what he did, and he said a couple things that gave me some sympathy for him. He thought go back, put yourself in my shoes, and I'm like, interesting. Interesting for sure. I like.
He was an OG, man. He was an OG. So
I
he
wimped
didn't know
out
what to do back
I
then.
wimped out on saying this to his face, but he looked like a drug dealer. Like legitimately in that video. He looked like a drug dealer. Do you see him?
I'm sure he's not listening to this.
Yeah, he's not listening.
No.
He had like the shades and the bald head and looking all sexy and stuff.
It
was too
much. Jersey Shore vibe.
Yeah, it was kind of Jersey Shore. Yeah. Yes,
Well,
same thing.
And here's the thing. I mean, I'm sure you noticed he did his whole rap where he pulls out the play button from his backpack, guys, if you missed it. And he's like, because I watched an episode.
Over the top.
His VAs watched all the episodes and told him what to do. He didn't watch any. He's like, hey, assistants, you need to be watching all these episodes.
Yeah, he's too busy. He's too busy, like he's in one of those deep, like those things that are pitch black. You get in the water and they're pitch black, and like you can start seeing stuff. What are those called? Those total submersion units. Somebody talk about it down below.
Kevin's underpants. Kevin's underpants. That's what we're talking about.
Kevin's underpants. Poop.
Oh man, let me.
No, okay. So we actually are contractually required to start off the show by shouting out our wealthiest viewers.
Yes,
the wealthy as a Kevin tier.
Wealthy as a Kevin.
Patreon supporters.
Oh
Kevin.
My gosh.
Okay, so we have some amazing Patreon supporters. We got to thank
We love you all so much.
We love you. You're better than Kevin.
You're better than Kevin. Because Kevin doesn't even pay us. I don't know. Are we getting this money? Dave's in control of this, right?
You two on a show, and you'll be like the Rake and Profit. You'll be like, I regret doing this.
Patreon. Dude, we're having a lot of fun in the Patreon, though, I will say.
I'll reserve my comments for a minute.
Okay, so let's thank the VIPs. Okay, first of all, Biscuit Butt, which is a personal friend of Carrie's.
Yes,
and I had
Archie.
a question, Carrie. Is his butt shaped like a biscuit? Does he have biscuits coming out
of
his
butt? He just
has
a general biscuit-like vibe.
Like a biscuity butt. Okay.
Yeah, and we ate at Outback Steakhouse, which was amazing. So
was his butt the appetizer? The biscuits on his butt. Did you eat the biscuits off his butt?
Normally descends after about minute 10.
We ate it We ate the food at Outback, so it was similar to eating off of a butt.
Outback, I see. I can't hear the laughs, but I'm sure they happened.
We said some very, very mean stuff.
Okay, now listen. The only reason I said that is because Biscuit Bud told me to have fun with his name, so I did. Yep. So there you go, Biscuit.
He goes by Archie too. If you want to be taken more seriously,
no,
Archie is a grown-up name, right?
Archie's just a comic strip, anyways.
Exactly.
Anyways, Parker County Picker, Raise Heck Resell. Carrie, say it right.
Raise Hell Resell.
Ooh, I had to say it last week.
Care.
I'm not saying the potty word twice.
The bad Mormon has to say it right.
Rob, who is Eastward Collectible, Side Hustle Preacher, and Tanya. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
support.
guys.
We appreciate
Thank you
it.
all.
If you'd like us to make fun of your names, let us know.
The real MVPs. That tier sold out. We can't sell any more of those unless somebody drops out.
If we sell more of those, we'll be spending 40 minutes.
All right, just for
names.
the record, before we get into this podcast and get to some reselling at some point,
we timed each other perfectly on the Dr. Pepper Zero.
Oh, and I'm sure the people care about how you timed your Dr. Pepper. It was my idea to do a free Facebook group. It was Dave and Carrie.
I'm running it.
You're running it poorly.
You made yourself. I swear, guys, this is what happened. He joined, and within 5 minutes, he appointed himself through the admin page a group expert. Of what?
Of oldness, of the
Like,
old
why
space.
would you? Like, you appointed it yourself to yourself. You have to wait for somebody else to decide you're an expert. It's weird, man. It's weird.
No, but that makes sense because he's so old. Like, yeah. Okay, so talk about your Facebook page.
Well, our Facebook page.
Mine. Yeah,
it's awesome. I think we hit
Trash
400.
Cash. I don't even know what it's called. Trash Cash Podcast Reseller Group.
We wanted to call it the Baja Blast water cooler, but I was afraid Mountain Dew would sue us.
So the idea here is that this podcast provides no information, but the people who watch this podcast are actually good resellers. So I figured we would let them go over there and answer people's questions about reselling.
That's
are
what Kevin. Really good resellers?
That's what Kevin's trying to sell as the group. The real purpose of this group is to just make fun of each other. I
thought that's the purpose of the Patreon. What I think the purpose
that is
of
who we are. That's the purpose of our being.
Hold on. I thought we were trying to sell ad space on the Facebook page.
Yeah, that's what you were very explicit about. We are doing this Facebook so that we can get Tux on the banner.
Well, if Carrie's in charge of it, we'll never sell ad space.
Okay, wait.
Let me tell you.
So Carrie and I have been trying to think of some new tiers for the Patreon. And
Carrie, my gosh.
Hold on, Carrie. I haven't warned you, but I've added a new tier.
Already?
Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
No, I want to know.
All the other tiers ripped on me. Is anybody going to rip on Carrie?
No, this one's for Carrie. Yeah, this one's specifically for Carrie. So this one Carrie is not aware of, and only one person can buy it. It's only for sale once. And I'm going to show it to you. But it's going to be good. I think.
I haven't seen this. This is exciting.
The question is, like, is anyone rich enough to buy it? Because it's expansive. Okay, wait. How do I do this? Screen 2? Screen 1? There we go. Allow. Okay, so you see our tiers. What's that last one say, Carrie?
$35 a month. Jelly Hands Carrie.
Okay, so read it out loud for the audience.
Jelly Hands Carrie, limit number 1, $35 a month. Where's the details?
Can you read? Oh, wait. Okay, I got to stop sharing and reshare. Sorry, guys. I know this is great audio content right here, right?
We're gonna express something very beautiful and deep here in a minute.
Tease somebody else, because after reading through what I'm seeing on the Patreon and the Facebook page, it's basically rip on me.
Yes.
Everybody, including Dave.
Okay, let Carrie read this. Go ahead, Carrie.
Okay, Carrie does not know we're adding this tier, so that makes it even better. We know that we know that
he would. We know that he would.
The would do anything for $35 though. So here goes. Man,
I was drunk when I read this. It's fine.
With this tier, once a month at the end of the show, Carrie will cover his hands in a sticky substance, then rub it all over his face while singing your username with "I will so do that. I will do it." He gets to be creative here on the sticky item: honey, jelly, ketchup, whatever suits him for the month. This tier does not get a shout out during the beginning of the VIP section because you'll be getting this beautiful dedicated shout out at the end. What's included? The satisfaction of being a giver, the Photoshop of your dreams, and your name at the end of the video.
I am curious if anybody.
I will do. That's going to sell out. The second you mention that in Facebook, I thought you were going to say it was more money than $35.
No, dude, I just want to see Carrie dig his hands into jelly and go,
"What's the best?" What I love about that though is I'm doing all the work. I'm splitting that 3 ways minus fees from Kevin, so we owe Kevin money after that.
And you got to buy the jelly.
No, I'm out like $10 just so Kevin can make 25.
Kevin's leaving.
Kevin just left. He has one of those. What happens when you're older, where you just have one of those violent, rapid.
His hemorrhoid popped. His hemorrhoid popped. He's gotta go clean it up. That's really gross. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
No, so I mean, listen, the Patreon's fun. Thank you guys who supported us. If you want to go ahead, we're done talking about it today, but that was pretty funny, I thought. Anyways, reselling. Kevin's back, so we can talk about reselling. Hi, Kevin.
Reselling.
Well, let me just say something else here. I don't know what you say. Yeah, reselling. First of all, we need a $1 tier for the Dave. I only sell DVDs on eBay, so I can only afford $1. Yeah.
That's true.
All right, but my wife is home before she walks in here in a second. She wanted a meme on there. I said, "You have to sign up to get the meme."
You have to pay.
She's like, "I'm paying." She's like, "I'm not paying $10 to get a meme." So it's a good idea though. She wanted a nativity. She wanted us to be in the nativity in different places.
You guys better not do that for him. He's got to pay for that. I'm just kidding. Go do it.
Now, Kevin,
go do
we
that.
did
That's
have
funny.
Carrie had another idea for you. Was a tier where you show your feet, right?
Like we were thinking about like pictures. A feet picture because me and Dave were discussing on the phone earlier about how much money people make on OnlyFans. Yeah. This is not a joke. Millions a month.
Feet Finder? Dave knows all about this.
Well, that's TikTok keeps recommending me this, like, all these side hustles, and one of them apparently is a feet thing, where you show your feet and people pay you money for showing their feet. It's some sort of perversion, I think.
It is.
But so we're gonna add a tier, $50 a month. Kevin sends you private foot pictures.
No, you put them on the forum, right? No, it's got to be private.
No, okay, so this was a topic of the other reselling podcast, the ladies who eat lunch or something. And they were talking about how all the time when they sell ladies' shoes, they get requests, emails asking to show their foot in the shoe so they can see how it fits. And apparently that's just like fishing for feet pics, apparently. It's like a thing, which is kind of weird because I've been sending them. Every time someone asks me, I put my foot in the heels and I send it.
I sometimes just send them to everybody who asks a question on eBay.
About anything.
Regardless of the item.
What's the pit to pit? Here's my foot.
Oh, I got one of those today because I don't do much clothing, and I'm not going to answer them. I'm not answering what's the pit to pit. Just guess.
Yeah.
It's not hard to measure.
I'm gonna wait till somebody who doesn't have questions orders it. I'm not going to do that.
You don't have to answer. You just have it in your pictures. Well, I was going to say, this isn't new. We've talked about this before, way back on the podcast. Is the people that sell stuff on eBay and they like put their wife in it, or they have sexy pictures of a wrench or something, and somebody in a bikini holding
sexy wrench pictures.
Yeah. Just like think about Whatnot, right? Sure. Whatnot is live. They get somebody up there.
I'm already doing the Don Johnson. I've got like a deep V right now on my shirt. I could go one button down.
You need some rubber bands.
That's exactly what I'm going for. Perfect.
Yeah, actually, I find it weird when Cheap Finds Gold Mines doesn't show cleavage when they're talking about Whatnot. Like, the guy promoted it the other day, and I was like, this is different.
Carrie, you should show a little cleavage. You get some viewers.
Yeah,
that's true, Carrie. I'd watch it. I made, like, a TikTok today, like, exploiting Dawn, by the way, like, making her look really evil. Lowballing a little old lady. Did she notice it? I was wondering if she'd notice it.
Oh, is that the one you were getting with the questions about?
Yeah, people were complaining about Dawn lowballing.
Snow White and
into a TikTok. And I said, this is Dawn. And I said her last name. I gave her social security number, her address. So you might have people coming over later.
That's nice.
They said, my wife's here. They said you can't get a meme unless you pay for it. Let me tell you, she laughs pretty hard at them. She likes anything that makes fun of me. She's all about it.
We're doing our best.
The Facebook group is a great place for non-David made memes.
Oh, Dave, let me tell you, I have to at least give you credit. It's the Patreon's not worth it, but I think everybody who paid for it knows it's not worth it. It's kind of the joke, right? But the memes are funny. Like, I find myself going back every day to see the new meme. I'm like, these are hilarious.
Actually, okay, so we got to stop talking about the Patreon, but I do want to say there's a bunch of people who signed up for that tier who never told me their idea. So you got to give me your idea so I can make an epic meme for you.
All right, did you thank these people so we can move on?
I thanked them, yeah, let's move on. Okay, I tried to move on, but you're just so money hungry.
Yeah, you were gone. You just left randomly. Yeah, American Bubble Boy still sponsors
Dave,
us for now,
I sold
right?
a DVD for $49.
What DVD?
Oh, wow.
A DVD. It was a PBS DVD. It was Peep and the Big Wide World or something. It was a PBS sealed DVD, and I'm like, I picked it up. It was at the one where MD Picker picked up that Lisa Frank bag. I don't know if you saw that video. And I was like super jealous.
Are you on YouTube?
Don't lie. You steal my
idea. Are you still doing the YouTube thing, man?
I thought you retired at your age.
So my consolation prize was she walked by that, and I picked that up. So at least I got that. So $49.
I believe it's called your constipation prize.
That's
true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to try Metamucil. That's all I'm going to say. And my grandpa told me it's wonderful.
Robitussin works for everything.
Wait, Robitussin's a cough medicine, I thought.
I know, but it works for everything. Do you guys not remember the Chris Rock routine?
$49 for a DVD.
Good job. Congrats.
That might be the most expensive
thing. Take a second to congratulate Kevin, who doesn't get enough support as it is. Gosh.
Yeah, guys. He's really hungry for support. Speaking of support, I am going to the Prison to Profit convention, Kevin. Are you going?
I wasn't going to announce it, but my plans are, yes, I'm going.
Okay, and also I'm going to Uncle Mark's garage sale, which by the time this episode comes out, it's already happened because this episode comes out and we're a little off schedule because of Uncle Mark's garage sale. We decided to record this before that weekend, so I'm excited about that, Kev. It's going to be fun.
Troy's
coming. It might be horrible.
Troy's coming.
I'm bringing some exclusive NC Piggy stickers.
Oh, are you selling them or giving them away?
They're too small, so I might just give them away. I thought I ordered the 3-inch ones, but they're tiny, and they were freaking expensive, too. So
Would you get them from the place I told you to? Oh, they were expensive? You must not.
What is it? Just tell us what it says, man.
I know, it's not working yet. Well, listen, it says to list or nap, that is a question, then it's a sleeping pig.
So, yeah. Why was it expensive? It was small.
They were like,
how many did you get? Do you want to tell me?
Like 100 or 200. They were like 50 cents a piece. That's a lot of
money.
money.
Not that expensive.
Bro, when you buy 200, that's $100. $100 worth of little stickers that are the wrong size.
Buy 500 at a time.
Kevin uses $100 bills as toilet paper, so he doesn't have a sense of how much money
Buy 500 at a time. I think I pay 32 cents a piece.
Did you know, Kevin, what I heard about you is you carry around one of those counterfeit money pens because you just know you're handing $100.
It doesn't even work on quarters, which I don't know why you keep trying to use it on quarters.
Wasn't it the sale we were at where I bought the Disney anime? Didn't she check my bills? I think she did.
I think
the
she
sale
did,
we were at. I have to do that one. That's going to be a good thumbnail. She I don't know. Think of a thumbnail for me, Dave. She literally at the yard sale was checking my $100 bills.
She pierced my nipple at this yard sale.
Yeah, she didn't trust me, even though I'm Opie.
You are Opie.
So I used to talk to RVA Flips a little bit, and
now you guys have a feud, right? You guys are fighting right now.
No, I don't have a feud.
Food fight.
Okay, so we can't talk about the fight.
And I'm like, I said something like.
Carrie had his caffeine today.
Something like I'm the Opie Taylor of YouTube, where he's like the Al Bundy or something. I don't know.
There is a Al Bundy, modern Al Bundy. He's on a TikTok and he's a reseller. That's his name.
Really?
I think he sells shoes, which makes sense.
People more and more, the more weight I'm gaining, because like how stressed I am, I'm just gaining more and more weight. The more I
Al
gain,
Borland, right?
The more people call me Al Borland. Yeah, it's like all the time now. Yeah, it's kind of good. I kind of want to lean into it and gain like 30 more.
I either get I get
wear flannel shirts.
Yeah. I get Chris or Liam Hemsworth, either one. Whichever one people are feeling.
Right.
Depends on how good my Australian accent is.
You kind of look like a little bit of an overweight Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, so he's already overweight, though.
Yeah. You're a little more overweight. Dude, you see, he again dumped his 25-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, that just keeps happening over and over again.
Keep happening.
Let's talk about world issues. That works well for a podcast.
Yeah, totally.
So, Carrie, how was the Rose Bowl?
Dude, it was awesome. Apparently, that's where UCLA plays.
Really? The University of California Llamas?
Yeah, no. So I went down there yesterday and I took over their Instagram. They gave me like full access to their Instagram, which is a lot of trust. And I was just making stories, just goofing off, exactly. And I found some deals. You can find deals at those big swap meets, those big flea markets.
Saw the World Series hat and a couple of
that one I'm gonna keep because it's Oakland A's and versus the Dodgers. But I found some good stuff. I found like a brand new Jurassic World toy.
That was the Eckersley Gibson home run World Series. Yeah.
That is, Eckersley, Walt Weiss, the Bash Brothers, Dave Stewart, the whole crew.
Did you follow a lot of like spam accounts on purpose when you were logged into theirs?
Yeah.
You're just like following straight bots.
I turned off their monetization. I don't think
They have a lot of followers, like 80,000, right?
Yeah, I got a few people who came over.
Not as many as Carrie, but yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So the Rose Bowl, for you guys who like context, which I don't know why we'd provide that, Carrie ran the Instagram account for the Rose Bowl flea market in California, Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Yeah, so there's your context for those of you that aren't following every moment of Carrie's life, which I try not to.
Yeah, it's depressing. It does get depressing, yeah.
Hey, if you want to get bored, Carrie, tell us about the card shop you went to.
I went to they have the biggest inventory in the world, Burbank Sports Cards. I will spin this for eBay people,
Did you see
for
Pittsburgh?
Resellers. Yeah, he went there as well. They have the number 25th ranked store on eBay. They sell 5,000 cards a day. I wanted to learn from the Card Father. That's his name. He dubbed himself the Card Father.
He's total nerd, just like you, by the way.
Rob Veras, and we just talked about numbers and shipments and sports cards.
How many employees?
He has like 23.
Wow.
Is he coming on the podcast?
22 more than I have. I might be able to get him on the podcast if you guys want me to.
No, we don't. But
I didn't think you did. Yeah. But it's actually, he's cool, okay? He's my idol. He's kind of my
he's
Elvis.
One of those like real resellers who makes a profit, right?
He does. That's why I want to sell dollar cards, because he does. Mm-hmm. But he just has 23 employees and I have one.
Did you ask him?
And I don't really have one. I did.
23 employees. You can't make that much.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
but he's probably paying him. Well, it's Burbank, so he's probably paying at least $15-$20 an hour too.
Oh,
yeah,
at least.
Yeah, California's pricey, guys. If you didn't know, we went to a Mexican restaurant after that, and they're the kind of restaurant that just gives you a can, so you have to buy a can at a time, no free refills. You had to pay for the chips separately, but it was made with what would you call it, like
hipster something.
Yeah, like hemorrhoid-free guacamole or something.
I think it's hemorrhoid-free. I think that sounds right.
Yeah, so it was more expensive guacamole.
They washed their hemorrhoid off their hands.
To be fair, the food was amazing. The food was worth it.
Did you go thrifting down there at all?
Oh, yeah. I went to Arcadia, Monrovia. We went to that area, Burbank.
You find anything thrifting?
I found an extreme dinosaur street shark. That was like $18. I found a $50 hat. So when I was in Virginia, I found a Washington.
That you paid $100 for?
No, I paid $6 for it or something. Too much, but still. When I was in Virginia, near your place, I found a Washington Nationals collaboration hat with a local college. I'd never heard of that before.
James Madison.
Yeah, James Madison. It was worth like $30-$40, and I found the William and Mary version, the green.
There's
version.
a Yankees Virginia Tech hat. When Virginia Tech had the shooting a few years back, the Yankees came down and played a game there, and those hats are worth some money too.
Yeah, they collab with universities, which I didn't know that was even a thing. And it's interesting because I'd never seen anything like it ever, and then I found it randomly in Virginia, and then I'm in California and I find the same team in Arcadia or wherever I was at the Savers. So it's funny how reselling works that way. Like you get this little unlock of knowledge, and then you find more.
The video I'm working on editing right now, I found an Angels baseball clock. I'm like, that's weird.
That is weird out in the middle of nowhere, out in the sticks. How's your new internet doing, by the way?
So it uploads terribly and it downloads great. So it's half as good as it's twice as good.
So
you
can pirate all your movies a lot quicker, but you can't produce content.
So here's the question: have you tried like Wi-Fi in the shed? Can you do the stream out there or what?
So I now can use my phone in the shed with the Wi-Fi, and my Wi-Fi out there works better, and I can print better and whatever. I highly doubt I'm going to be able to do that in there.
Do you have a mesh router, like where you have one access point in the shed and one access point in your house?
No, I'm going to straight hardwire it out there to my computer. So with a Cat5 cable. I haven't done it yet, though, so we'll see.
Gotcha.
Cat5.
Cat5,
much more powerful than the Cat4.
Cat4 is lame.
I hate Cat3, I'll tell you that right now.
That's good. I'm glad it's at least... So do you still have the cell phone thing to do your uploads?
Yeah. Have to upload. You basically use my phone as a hotspot for my
uploads and then download.
Do you need the viewers to send you any more AOL discs so that you can get some more free internet?
I actually found some of those on Saturday. Do they really? I left them behind.
If they're sealed in the package,
these were used.
And those old AOL T-shirts that were shaped like a T-shirt.
Dude, I went to a yard sale, and it was weird because I'm like just. With the way I am, I just like go and I look and I touch and I talk about all the things that say. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Where did you get this? He's like, yeah, you're gonna buy that. And this guy, like everything I even like showed any interest in.
It's certainly not gonna get picked.
Sorry.
Anything I even showed interest in, he instantly was convinced that I was going to be buying it. And so I'd like have to shoot him down.
That's how you get better
And
deals.
then he'd get sad because I wasn't buying things. I was like, well, I never meant to buy your BlackBerry.
Dave.
I just thought it was kind of cool that you had a BlackBerry. Like,
You're a garage sale tease, is what you're
I guess so. But his wife was there, and she was like, no, honey, he's not buying that. He's just looking.
Just walk up, find an item you may or may not want, ask them how much it is. They tell you the price, whatever it is. You put it down and walk to something else. And then the next price gets a little cheaper.
Well, okay, so that happened, right? So he had a VCR. And I said, how much is your Sony VCR? And he's like, $20.
You shouldn't have said Sony. You should have said, how much is this thing here?
I was giving you context. I don't think I said Sony to him. So just anyway, so he says 20, and I'm like, yeah, no way. So I start walking away, and he's like, haha, I knew you couldn't resist that price. I'm like, what do you mean? I walked away. I'm not gonna buy it. I can't resist that price.
Did you say that? You should have said that.
No, because his wife was there. His wife's like, honey, he's not getting it. I'll tell you what.
You also should have said no way out loud when you set it down. That would have made it too.
No. So his wife goes, honey, he's not getting it. 20's too much. Sir, I'll give it to you for $5, is what his wife said. And I said, okay, I'll take her price. And he's like, that's so cheap. And he was like getting upset that she was. It's going to be a good video regardless. It's a good one.
I got one I'm editing like that too, where a guy's like, "Here's $1 for this hat," and the lady's like, "Are you crazy?" And they start arguing over how much the hat.
They
for.
fight,
like,
yeah.
And I just kept going with the hat. I'm like, okay, I'm buying it.
And you have to it's actually so that can be a good thing or a bad thing, but. We went to an estate sale this weekend, and that happened. The lady inside was pricing everything at, like, whatever, right? Oh, you can take that for $5. Like, this Cabbage Patch, brand new in the box. Not worth a lot. I actually called Sarah and, Instagram video chatted with her so she could give me a value, and she's like, yeah, that's worth, like, $20. She's very nice.
There at the sale.
Yeah, follow her on Instagram.
Wow.
What is her name?
Daily Cabbage.
The Daily Cabbage.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, and just call her. Just call her on Instagram.
Randomly.
Video call her randomly.
This was okay.
Any time of day. Does not matter.
And no, and so
Ask
she's
her
like,
for pictures of her feet.
She's like, oh gosh.
Wow,
I had nothing to do with that.
That's Kevin. If you're going to cancel anybody, cancel Kevin for that. That was uncalled for.
No, so I was like, and she's like, yeah, that's pretty new, pretty modern. You can sell it for $20 max, right? And it wasn't even like fully sealed. There was someone had been in it before, and I was like, okay. And I talked to the lady. I'm like, how much for this? She's like, whatever, $5. And I was like, okay. I go out to the outside where you actually pay, and the lady's like, oh, and how much do you think you're paying for that? And I said, $5. She's like, nope. I said, well, the lady instead said $5. She's like, no way, you're gonna have to make an offer on it. I said, well, my offer is $5. She's like, well, I'm buying it. And I'm like, but she said it was $5, and she's like, I don't care.
Content.
And then, so I was like, all right, fine, I don't want it. And so I leave, and my aunt and my mom were with me. And so I went back to the house.
I'd have got the other lady.
Well, and that was my aunt too, right? So my aunt goes back with my mom.
The other lady? Oh, I got you.
My aunt goes back with my mom after I go home because I was like, I don't got time for this. I got to do stuff today. So I went home. They went back to the sale and brought both ladies together and started fighting with them. They never got the Cabbage Patch Kid, but at least they got the justification of saying, she said it was $5. You said no, blah, blah, blah. And they started a little fight. And yeah, they said it was fun. So.
Didn't somebody do a video? Did John Cincinnati Picker? She changed the price on me or something like that.
Probably, yeah.
I think, yeah. I think it did really well. Maybe Dave, you should use that title.
I've already done a video like that. I probably have that exact title a year and a half ago. Just saying, John.
You're not running. If you're running a garage sale, you're not doing it correctly unless you're burning bridges with your family throughout the process.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're having just a normal, all-around garage sale kind of day. That's what happens.
Okay, so you know what was in there? Was a Cabbage Patch bear. Do you know there's like a bear from Cabbage Patch?
No.
So they made like a limited run bear, and this thing is huge. It's like 2.5 feet tall, and it's actually got like a marker. And I didn't notice it. Sarah noticed it when I was on the call with her. She's like, what is that writing on there? And sure enough, it was that Zavi, whatever his name is. Who's the Cabbage Patch guy?
Xavier, Xavier
Zazie McCabbage.
Xavier, Mr. Cabbage, yeah.
Xavier, yeah, Xavier Cabbage Man.
And so that also the lady inside said $5 too, and my aunt paid her the $5, like right out inside because of all this other stuff. She just hands her $5, and she buys this thing for $5. And sure enough, we get home and we look it up, and the thing sells for like $100, especially with an autograph. This is it right here.
Autograph.
It's called
they're all signed, right?
Fur Skin Bear hand signed. Yeah, I guess he bought
hand signed.
Hand signed. No, literally like with a marker. I think they did an event because it had this bag. What was the bag? It was some store that was on 5th Avenue. It was like a Cabbage Patch store, Kitty Playland or something like that. Have you heard of that?
No.
Apparently,
Kevin, have you heard of that?
No.
Well, yeah, it was back in
They
the
actually
day.
had an actual place that they did the Cabbage Patch. You're talking about in New York, but they had a Cabbage Patch like factory thing place that you could go visit or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
I have not done any research. I just like gleaned this from a couple of like, Babyland. No, not Babyland.
Babyland.
See, that might be what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're talking about Babyland. But anyways, at Babyland or Kittyland, it was on 5th Avenue and it was like a Cabbage Patch store. And they'd have like this Xavier guy there and he would sign stuff. Anyways.
You know, there's people like Sarah out there that are just clawing their face off right now. Just
we should add her
because
to the
we know
stream.
nothing that we're talking about.
She could provide all the information. We're not here to provide you the information.
Yeah, this is not the place for knowledge or learning. It's the place... It's the place to get vague knowledge about non-specific things with incorrect prices. That's the kind of podcast we like.
Yeah, go join our Facebook page. They've got the
I tell you what, I don't give these people enough credit, man. They are funny. They're funny in the Facebook page. The Patreon makes me laugh all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's funny stuff. I got to give them credit.
I agree with that. And also, Carrie, you reminded me Propel existed on your recent stream.
Yes.
It's pretty solid.
Propel, I know.
It's like a 4 out of 10.
It's just like water and all sorts of chemicals that we don't want to know about.
Like I probably got like 7.
Yellow 5, red 7.
Yeah.
Spartame.
Yeah, they've got aspartame and sucralose and all those other things.
And Fin, I think, is in it.
Yeah. Oh, God, horrible.
Oh, man.
Anyways, did you guys sell anything this week? Carrie, you've been just playing, so I can't imagine you sold much.
Here, this is from Kevin's era. I sold an Orlando Cepeda rookie card, 1958.
Not my era.
$60. Yeah, that would have been past
I saw
your
you
era.
pulled a card in your basketball pack. Steph Curry.
Yes, right? I did, and that performed really well. I finally had a TikTok about sports cards do
Carrie,
really
did
well.
you know that Seth Curry played at Liberty University?
Did he play at Liberty, really?
He played at Liberty, and then he transferred out.
To Davidson? Yeah. Did he go where Steph went? Or no, he went to Duke.
He went to Duke. That's right. Yeah, he went to Duke.
This is sports stuff.
I asked Carrie to send me an angry-looking picture. Right? I said I needed it for one of my Photoshops. And he sends me this picture that's just horrifying. It's nightmare fuel. Yeah, and I've now used it on the Jelly Hands tier on Patreon.
I used it on my thumbnail.
I also noticed you used it on your YouTube thumbnail today. So you're really getting most mileage as possible out of that.
Yeah,
picture.
I mean, you called me wanting that. You always call me when I'm either at the card shop or I'm pooping. Let's just be honest. Those are the two times that Dave. Well, I like to.
You
keep
shouldn't
it
be
regular.
pooping 30 times a day.
No, but here's the thing. I never feel like I have to poop because the second I have to, it's already
on the toilet.
I'm already on the toilet. I don't. I just wake up in a sweat and I'm still there. We've all been there, Kevin. Come on,
Kevin. Especially you.
Dave, since you rip on people with the name Karen, Karen bought a Trash Cash T-shirt off of
love Karens. I love Karens. I just,
do you know how much money Dave's made off of Karens?
Karen's my favorite. Listen, I've given my opinion
Karens.
many times on the Karen thing. I think it's actually kind of a nasty thing to call someone a Karen when they're not a Karen. But yet I still do it. So
but you're calling Karens that are actually Karens. So if you're calling a Karen when they're actually a Karen, then that's okay.
Yeah, well, so TikTok now always recommends me that content. Like I saw one today where this kid, like these two kids are outside doing a lemonade stand, and some lady comes up and takes their money and says, "You shouldn't be selling lemonade in our neighborhood." I don't know. I get totally sucked into that stuff, and then they're just arguing.
It'll show you. TikTok will show you exactly what you want to watch, whether you realize that or not. If you have some sort of health anxiety, that's all you're getting. Yeah. That's all you're getting. Every
you might
single
have
person,
cancer if your stomach hurts.
Every
like,
single video.
My stomach.
So yeah, you have to be careful. You have to say not interested, and that way I can stick to reselling.
You think they cured polio,
stuff and
but
animals,
if you're wearing a floral shirt, you have it.
Exactly. Dude, I was worried about getting polio when I was in New York. I'm not going to lie. I was like 50% not going to New York because of that. Ask Don. Don will tell you. Well, I just didn't know how prevalent it was. I've been inoculated, right? I've been inoculated against it as a child. I actually called my mom at a thrift store and asked if I got my polio vaccines back in the 80s. Some inside baseball. My OCD.
All right, back to this card, Carrie. I'm curious. Dave doesn't care, but you paid $20 for a pack of cards, and it could have been a bust, but it wasn't. And so,
yeah, I mean, honestly,
how much are you gonna make on it?
It was fun, and I also wanted to film them for potential TikToks. It's going to be like I've gotten offers for 80 on it already. I'm trying to get 90. If I graded it and it came back good, I could probably get 200 or 300, maybe 400. But I don't grade stuff. It just takes forever. If I could get a card back at a reasonable price in a month, I might consider it.
How are your sales since you came back and you start? I know you went to the Rose Bowl and whatever. So how is it going?
It's been strong. I mean, we've been listing, higher end stuff because we found a lot of items over $100. I know everybody's going to be surprised.
So have you started this 10 listings a day or whatever?
Yeah, I've been trying. We're both trying to do 20 a day. I've hit 20 like 2 or 3 days since I've been back. And then several days.
You're trying to list 20 a day.
I've hit over 10 several days. And a couple days I just, I was just lazy. I was just going with the flow, just whisking my way around the world.
Carrie made
like
a big life change, though. He's not sleeping in anymore. He told me he's done sleeping in. So, Carrie, what time did you get up this morning?
I told you I was done sleeping in when I woke up at 11:30 this morning, but my body was tired. I'm nervous about it, to be honest with you. and we could talk about it in the future. I don't want to get back into that habit.
But you did get up early, go to the Rose Bowl. You were putting messages on there before. I'm getting messages on my phone when I'm waking up.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been doing the intermittent fasting thing. So one cool thing about that
sleep through the whole hunger part.
Through the whole hunger thing. But
then you're not burning the calories because
you are because you're asleep. Well, what do you think I'm doing when I wake up? Calisthenics? I'm doing the same stuff I'm doing when I'm sleeping. I'm sitting around.
That is true. You're just laying on your bed on TikTok anyways at 8 in the morning, so that's a good point.
I need to do calisthenics.
Gonna wake up and go to work. All
right, I'm at work.
I do the same thing.
That's why my videos on YouTube are always so close to my face. I don't want people to know that I'm actually just laying in bed.
Either on the toilet or in bed.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want anybody to know where I'm actually at when I'm filming.
If he actually was honest, all his videos would start at the toilet.
On the toilet again.
Plus wiping.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
All right, so carry your sales are okay. Dave, sales.
Dude, my sales are not bad. I did list, which was weird. I didn't even know I knew how to do it still, but I did it. And Saturday, Tina listed 50 and I listed 30. And yeah, 80 listings, and then Tina listed like 25 on Friday. She's been on the roll, not me.
I guess so.
And then Sunday, I think she listed another 25, and I listed like 10. And when I pulled my orders on Sunday, I had picked all my orders late Thursday night. When I pulled on Sunday, I had 40 items sold.
Okay,
so
I had 38. You beat me.
And that's a lot for me lately, just because of all the turning off the store, turning on the store, turning off the store, turning on the store, traveling, not listing. And then I went and I did my Flipper video where I pull my orders, Kevin, right? And I accidentally recorded a 53-minute Flipper video.
Accidentally?
Well, like I didn't want to do a 53-minute video. I just like looked at the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like been 42 minutes and I'm still recording. And so I was like, guys, I'm probably gonna split this in half.
How many ads can you put in that one?
I split it in half. Like post-mortem, I just split it in half and did a 27 and a 25-minute video, and I just or something like that. And so I put it out. The first one today, I had a little title at the end saying, tune in tomorrow for the remainder of this episode. And then the other one's going live tomorrow.
I did that, actually. I filmed 2 videos today with the 38 sales. I'm like, I'm gonna film 2.
I didn't think it was going to take that long. It just took forever. A lot of it because I'm an idiot with these Disney pins. I bought all these Disney pins.
That's fair.
By the way, that video is doing great. It's a 1 out of 10. Like, people really like Disney. That's what I'm learning. Or hate Disney. Either way, they're watching it. They either hate it or love it, but they're watching it. But I got all these pins and I just put them in this bag, like this Ziploc bag. And so to pull each pin takes like 15 minutes because I have to look through 100 pins.
You gotta find a pin.
So you were doing like Disney pin ASMR for everybody?
Yeah,
I
in
did
my
that
background.
with the Vinylmations, but there was only like 40 in there, right? So it doesn't take us long. You know what's tough is the golf club head covers. I got a giant bin full of them. I'm like chucking them out here.
Yeah.
I'm like, where is this?
Which you stole from the golf club, to be fair. You did steal those.
No,
well, okay.
Not those.
It's even worse. He not only stole them, he stole them from the Lost and Found, where someone really was hoping they'd get them.
If you've ever seen Kevin run, you can realize how good he is at stealing stuff. Because that dude you're lightning fast. Yeah. I don't know if you have like replaced knees or something, but you run like you're 25. You're fast.
Quack.
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 It just made me think of like Charlie. No, I just thought of Charlie like riding around the city. Like, I don't know where they were, but he just was, like, riding on his roller skates forever, picking up...
I told you about that, right? Where, like, literally at the start of D2, they're going around Minneapolis on their rollerblades, and somebody actually on TikTok went through and figured out how far they went. They went, like, 31 miles based on the actual location. So, yeah. So that's not realistic. Guys, if you didn't know, Mighty Ducks 2 is highly unrealistic. Because think of this, you're not going to win Iceland. You're not going to win Iceland in D2 and then have trouble with the varsity team in D3. I'm sorry, you lost me on D3, guys.
It doesn't make sense.
D3 is a masterpiece.
D3 is great too.
You play We Are the Champions right now. I'm going to cry like a baby and remember the time I was on the Mighty Ducks when I was 10.
That's true.
I sold something on Bonanza, y'all.
Go figure. What'd you sell on the weird platform Bonanza?
Dansco shoes. Yeah. $29 plus shipping.
What kind of fees does Bonanza take out? Do they just take out like copper pennies or something?
It's a half penny. It's a half penny per sale.
It is.
They only take out Morgan silver dollars.
Oh, you got to give me a half penny, Kevin, for your sale.
Just fill this sack up with whatever you have. It's Bonanza.
We're gonna have a Bonanza.
It's a Bonanza sale.
That platform's stupid, and so are you.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe you sold something there, Kevin. And you brag about it like it's a thing.
Larry B?
Gary V does the
overrated,
underrated.
Yari?
He does overrated, underrated. So Bonanza,
Larry
overrated,
David.
underrated.
Overrated.
Yeah,
and
he did
underrated.
invent that. Yeah.
All right, eBay.
No, okay, so Bonanza is underrated because literally no one rates it but you. And it's got more merit than that.
Hey.
So there you go. It's underrated.
You didn't make sale. It's free. It's easy. What the heck?
It's like talking about Kmart polos right now. There's like 2 Kmarts in Arkansas, and nobody cares at this point, okay? And, if you got like whatever kind of Sears stuff at what do you get at Kmart? I don't even. What do you use?
Dude, I used to get copies of Metroid Prime Trilogy on Wii, and that's.
I got.
You know what we should do? We should go take a field trip, trash cash field trip to Bend, Oregon, and go visit the last Blockbuster store in America.
Except for the fact that it's forever away from us, Kevin.
What are we gonna rent? It's not forever away from me. It would be nice if you guys.
Yeah, Bend, Oregon's gorgeous.
What would you guys rent if you were going to a store right now, the Blockbuster? What would be your go-to rental?
That's a tough one. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to give me a minute on that one.
I'm getting Tecmo Bowl on NES. I'm playing that all weekend.
See, I'm thinking VHS because
you're renting games from Blockbuster.
Yeah, you can rent games from Blockbuster.
I sort of remember that. I remember you could. I used to flip games from Blockbuster like crazy. They used to have some really
rent them and sell them.
You wouldn't return the games.
No, they 2012. 2010 to 2012, they were selling like buy one get two on any $20 games, and then you take them straight to GameStop. I did all that game arbitrage stuff.
When they went out of business, because I was also reselling them, they gave away and sold so much of their, like their decoration and stuff. I wish I would have invested in that.
And that stuff's worth a fortune.
I know.
You can sell that stuff for so much now.
Nowadays, but back then it was like, it's Blockbuster. Who's gonna care? Apparently, the Generation Z, they care.
I follow a couple Instagram accounts that have like the Blockbuster like rug on their floor in their basement, and there's hundreds of thousands of people that follow them, and it's just their basement that they made into a Blockbuster.
They made it into a bonanza.
Into a Blockbuster store.
No, I mean I haven't seen that, but I do.
That's what I should have done with the new shed. I should have just turned it into a Blockbuster.
Did you get your shed sponsored yet, Kevin?
I did. Matter of fact, let's see. When is this video coming out? I think it's been announced, so I can say it. It's been announced probably for a few days at this point. So, Supply Hut. Supply Hut is the sponsor of.
What?
Now, there's no Supply Hut. There's no.
Pornhub. What?
There's a nuance in not saying a thing.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought that's what it was.
There's no sign up yet in there. We haven't quite got all that stuff, but the
Supply
links are all
Hut.
set up.
They sell boxes.
They sell boxes, the Supply Hut, and they sell bubble wrap too, but I'm not allowed to say that.
American Bubble Boy bubble wrap?
American Bubble Boy's cheaper and it gets there faster.
Well, they're only sponsoring us for a short while longer.
So Joel doesn't sell the boxes, but he, Supply Hut sells the boxes and so we'll just do it that way.
Desert Island, you're either with Mr. Supply Hut or Joel. Who do you choose?
Yeah, who do you choose?
At this point, I'd have to choose Joel because I don't know Charlie that well.
You're on a better eating.
You're actually on a first name basis with the Mr. Supply Hut?
Charlie and Joel. Okay,
I told you that's how I do business. I call with some exception. Like if they write a really big check, I don't have to know anybody's name.
Can you get me a picture of his head and Joel's head so I can do like a Photoshop of them battling? That'd be kind of fun.
Funny. Charlie, if you're listening,
Celebrity
which he probably
Deathmatch?
doesn't even know about this, but he's I'll tell you what, super nice guy, and he's given the viewers a 5% discount if they go over there and all that stuff and use code Commonwealth.
Shill Kevin activated. Turn him off.
Supplyhut.com.
Okay, anyway, but he didn't pay for a podcast spot.
Yeah,
That's
why
true.
are we?
That's very
I
good.
wouldn't shop at Supply Hut if I was forced to.
American Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy.
Seriously.
Hey, we have a new review. We have two new reviews.
I don't like that place at all.
Carrie, we have 2 new reviews on iTunes. Okay?
Oh, we do?
The first one is from Retro Red 77. Love this show. The show gets better and better. It's like a real life comedy show. Kevin brings the folks from my era, 1877. I watch all three of you on TikTok and YouTube. Keep up the good work. I added a lot to that one. I don't know why. I just felt like it needed more juice to it.
It just said I like the podcast. That was the whole thing.
It only said good show, and I just made the rest up. I don't know why.
What's the other one? I'm on.
Oh, the other one is it's okay. The best non-addictive sleep aid since ... from Brian Big Fun. It's true. 2 out of 3 resellers have beards and like to make fun of cabin-dwelling old men with golf hats.
That's true.
Dude, I mean,
dude, do you dwell in the cabin? Do you dwell in the cabin?
Yeah, I guess.
When you're in trouble with the missus.
Yeah, I'm putting a bed in the new cabin. I'm not kidding you. I'm putting a bed out there.
For others or for you?
For others, but it's probably going to be for me.
Reagan, if she's not working hard enough, she's got to sleep out in the cabin.
I understand that like beards for resellers has I like doing this, by the way, has jumped the shark, but I'm really worried about when we have to look like Kevin, because we're gonna shave our beards and then we're gonna look like that.
No, I'm gonna look like a big fat baby if I shave mine.
I'm gonna look weird. I'm gonna look like a strange old fat baby.
I've got like 5 chins under here. You just can't see them.
Just layers.
It's like just layers of chins.
I'm not looking forward to that.
There's actually another one from Forsaken Lord. Best trashy podcast ever. Believe it or not, I was never a fan of podcasts. This is the very first podcast I follow, love, support. Can't get enough of it. As a Canadian reseller.
Oh, they got it.
I dream of attending one of your trashy events and meeting the three of you. Maybe one day. You hurt my feelings when you said you were in Canada as a reseller. If you were in Canada as a reseller, you just moved to the USA because there's no hope. Well, it's just because shipping's so expensive, Mr. Canada. It's expensive to ship from up there, and you drink milk from a bag, bro.
You got a lot of stuff, though. You got frozen cons. You have Tim Hortons.
You got Mounties.
You have Mounties that know no laws and follow no rules.
But they have one of the best movies of all time. They have Strange Brew, which is a terrific movie.
They had Orbits. Do you remember the Orbits drink? It was like this drink, and there was these little bubbles that like floated. I don't know. I had it in Canada once when I went to Toronto.
You could probably resell that now. It's like the old Zimas. Old Zima bottles and stuff.
That was your like wine of choice, right? Zima?
Yeah.
Is it a wine? Did I get it right?
What happened?
I don't know what you call it. I don't think it's a wine. It's like what they have now, except for they did it back then and everybody laughed at it back then, and now there's these seltzers everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day,
New York Seltzer Company. That place was good. Remember those New York
that was
seltzers?
good.
Carrie,
Snapple and New York Seltzer. Yeah.
Did you look under there?
Underwear.
Hey, you said underwear. Yes,
that's really happened. I was
Where's
like,
my
underwear?
I quit sign? I didn't even bring it. I thought I wouldn't have to bring it today, but I gotta have to make it.
Okay, so you scared a lot of people, Kevin, because you kept saying something about canceling the podcast being canceled. Well, not because you were considering canceling it. You thought we were going to get canceled.
Yes.
For 2 reasons. One, having Mr. Rake and Profit on, which is ridiculous. And 2, because of the Patreon. And everyone seems cool with it. So chill out.
The
chill
people
out,
that aren't
Gramps.
cool with it, they just don't talk to you.
And since the raking just so you guys know the timeline, that actually comes out tomorrow. We don't know the response, but we're assuming it's our best video ever.
We might get canceled.
We might be canceled.
We might already be canceled. Why are we even recording?
I got a lot of Trash to Cash t-shirts I got to sell before we get canceled, y'all.
Did you sell any?
Yeah.
You sold one. Nice.
Yeah, I mentioned by the time this comes out, they might all be gone, to be honest.
I mentioned my stickers, guys, yesterday because I opened. Dave helped me with the Big Cartel store.
Oh, did you?
And I've sold. I've
there?
had 11 people look at my site, and nobody's bought one. But
thank you, guys. Please don't buy from Carrie.
So go to
buy
my
from
website,
me.
guys.
Buy my trash. Look, you can buy a T-shirt and throw in a sticker. You don't have to go there. What are you selling them for, Carrie? Do you undercut me?
I just whatever Dave put in there, $6.99. Maybe he put it high just to mess with everything. I don't know.
Yeah, he's selling his for $6.98.
Oh,
Dave, the first, and this is the first day they came out, and 12 sold already. So,
12 shirts.
9 of the
Trash
12
to Cash
shirts. 9 of the 12 shirts were sold to women.
Oh wow!
Actually, it might be more than that because there might be multiple shirts.
It's
our
adoring fans.
So
everyone. Kevin, that's a whole nursing home wing. A wing of the nursing home bought their Trash to Cash shirts.
Hey, look.
Exactly.
Who put the poll up? Who put the poll up?
The poll?
Patreon?
Yeah, Carrie did that. I saw it. Kind of hurt my feelings because I'm the least loved of the show. Screw you guys! I'm going home.
Yeah, it was a little bit tilted. I just put old man, so Dave, Matt, and beautiful and brilliant Carrie, and I'm still losing. You're winning, Kevin, even though I put you down as old man.
No, that's probably why I'm winning.
Kevin is just
so like... the people who join the Patreon are...
No, this is a Facebook poll.
That's a Facebook poll.
It's a Facebook
and let's just say this: if the poll was on TikTok, Carrie would win, and if the poll was on, I'd never win. But listen, I know for sure Carrie would win the TikTok version. That much I know.
But the podcast is not over there.
That's true. I mean, we could do it. If I had the time, I would make shorts and we'd put it on there.
No, come on. Well, you tried that. That's good.
That's why we need you to quit your job to help our podcast.
Nothing would be behind a paywall, and then you made a video and put it behind the paywall. Just saying.
That is true, but that's not like real video. That's just making fun of Carrie.
How did you not recording my live? How did you get that footage? You just
Bro, he was making fun of me. You were making fun of Carrie. You were making fun of me.
Well, okay, I was kind of taking a very sensitive moment in your life and exploiting it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, all I did in my live was say, I just said to not follow Kevin, that he's a fraud.
You said you hated resellers.
I hated resellers.
All right. So he's ripping on me with a little tongue in cheek.
Yeah, it was all
the way Carrie does. Except for Dave put a video of me when I quit my job and I get a little teary-eyed.
Is that what that was
from?
That's so much better.
Like, what is this?
I was wondering where you got that footage from.
I have no hat on. She's like, this
crying.
is ridiculous. And then, so that's when I figured out my wife never watched my I Quit video.
Oh, really? Why? She saw that and she's like, where did we get this footage?
Mm-hmm. Your wife still thought you were working at the school.
Where do you go all day, Kevin? Why am I listening for you if you have all this time now?
I just go down to eat breakfast, and I go to the bar, and then I come back.
You go eat at that Blimpies that's in the gas station in Bedford. That place is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, as far as sales go, one thing I did sell, I was with you when I bought Carrie and Kevin, that fiber optic flower I got for $5. That's the one where the lady had $7, and I said, I'll give you $5, and she's like, no, it's got to be $7. And I said, nah, I'm good. And I left it. And then she's like, no, come back, I'll take $5. Yep. I sold it for $55. I'm a monster.
You got to be willing to walk away from easy profit.
I did that on a video I'm putting out today. It's like $20 for it was a cobalt battery charger. I'm like, $20? I mean, this thing sells for like $30.
Yep.
And I put it down and walked away.
Yeah, I can't do the. Do you say that? I can't do the confrontation. I just put stuff down and walk away and don't say a word.
Oh, it's
I can't handle
Carrie.
it. You
do what Dave does now, and I do it. Is you say it to the camera. You're like, holy cow, I don't want this thing.
They can't hear it. I did that a little bit today, actually. In the video I put out today, I complained about a price on the camera, low on purpose. So only.
I love how we're like one step away from being the crazy homeless guy on the Vegas Strip, just talking to himself. We're doing it at yard sales, like
Dave.
Oh yeah.
I've been doing it since the first day I did yard sales, but I don't even know why I did it. I just talk to myself. I'm used to it. But Dave, you've kind of evolved.
I do it sometimes.
Yeah,
I do it sometimes. Yeah. I if I feel like it's really a dull moment, I'll.
But are you talking to yourself, or because I talk to the audience all the time now?
I'm talking to the viewers usually. Yeah, I'm not talking to myself. Yeah. I have a whole 7 conversations in my head at all times, but that's they're not privy to it.
There was a shoe sale, and this lady had a massive amount of shoes, and I'm like, man, what is this? Are you Imelda Marcos here? And Carrie probably knows that.
What is that reference?
Look at that, man.
It's okay. So
I don't know what it is.
You don't. Okay, well, look it up, Dave. Imelda Marcos shoes. Just put that. Imelda Marcos.
Are you guys both wearing Guns N' Roses shirts? Ironically,
I guess so. Look at that.
Yeah, we are.
And you both have Dr. Pepper.
I know,
dude, and Guns N' Roses sing "Sweet Child of Mine."
We're
November Rain, Welcome to the Jungle, Don't Cry, Paradise City, Estranged.
Yeah, November Rain, my favorite song by them.
That's a good one. All right, so Imelda Marcos, and I say that on the thing, and I'm thinking, nobody's gonna get this.
Is that a woman?
It's
Filipino
a woman.
Politician?
Yeah, they got rid of her.
Why would we know this reference, Kevin?
You would if you were my age.
We're not history teachers.
Because the lady
Henry Kissinger.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
All right.
Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass.
Should know. Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass is at every yard sale I go
Every
to.
single one ever.
If there's a record
Imelda
there,
Marcos.
it is there.
Imelda Marcos, we're ready.
I won't even tell the story. I'll just say that I got tons of people like, oh, I can't believe you mentioned her, blah, blah, blah. And I forgot that so many people came over from Facebook that are Filipino. Remember I told you that the Philippines is a huge market for garage sale videos. It's massive, and they love American culture. Some of them do. Some of them hate American culture. But, depends on what island they come from a lot of the time. But
she was the first lady of the Philippines from 1965. There's a hint on how old Kevin is.
Yep.
To 1986. He said his time, 1965. He was middle-aged. That's what he's saying. Middle-aged in 65. Imelda Marco. So now we've covered the Imelda Marco segment. What was next on our schedule?
Well, her son is now the president.
Go down that road.
By the way, just FYI.
Her son's the president?
Which brought back, right? She was ripped on. It's like Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake, all that, that,
Yes.
And so it was.
I like cake though.
Her shoes were
Portal
the cake
2?
for the Philippines, but whatever. I'll stop talking about this. Nobody cares.
Have you ever played Portal 1?
Her son's name is Bong Bong, by the way. You might like that name.
The cake was a lie.
The current president.
Bong Marcos?
Bing Bong from Inside Out?
Yeah.
Bing Bong. I found a Bing Bong yesterday.
They sell good. I got a
Dawn asked me, who is this? And I'm like, we saw Inside Out. We cried together. Held each other and cried during Inside Out at the theater.
Do I know this one? I don't think I know
Bing Bong,
this.
the plush from Inside Out.
Yeah, it's like the pink elephant that looks like he's on ecstasy.
He sells for at least $1, which is pretty good.
Oh, there you go. I learned something on the Trash to Cash podcast.
Hey, so here's something, too, that you can
Somebody
learn.
posted in the Facebook group, so I can look at it.
I think Kevin does this. I know Carrie doesn't do it, but he says he's going to start.
Bathe.
When I go to yard... I don't believe you're going to start.
early to take a bath.
That could be a whole tier on Patreon, too. Carrie will finally bathe.
I could sell my bathwater. I could sell my bathwater. That's a thing.
Dawn will film him, and it'll put it on Patreon Live.
No, so I do this, and I think Kevin does this, but Carrie doesn't do it. I went to a garage sale, and I saw on the wall, like, a biker jacket. And the biker jacket had all these cables coming out of it. And I was like, that thing might be, like, heated or something. That's pretty neat. And I was like, hey, are you selling that? I was like, well, I wasn't gonna, but if you're interested, I could sell it. And he actually sold it to me, Carrie, off the wall. Like, you've seen me every time I go garage selling with you.
Vans off the wall.
Every time I go garage selling, I say, hey, you selling that back there? The things that just aren't for sale. I always do it. And it finally worked. The guy sold me the jacket and the gloves for $30, sold them in like an hour for $100.
Wow,
on eBay. So, pretty cool.
Nice.
Buy heated jackets for... Well, you gotta have the controller. Make sure you have the controller.
It's the new thing. My Uncle Steve Picker, he went out and he went to a garage sale community that was a golf course community, and he goes there, or golf course, whatever, you get the point.
Yeah, the community is just all the residents are actual golf courses.
Yes.
PGA, LPGA veterans, yes.
And he's like, I'm like, are you going to buy nothing but golf clubs today? He's like, yeah, probably. And that's it. He shows a picture, and he's got 6 sets of golf clubs and like 15 singles and whatever. And he's like, half of them weren't at that. I just asked him if they had golf clubs they wanted to sell, and they brought them out to me.
Yeah. Yeah, you
got to know where you're at. If you're garage, I learned this in Florida. If you're garage selling in Florida, you got to ask for the gator heads because everybody's got a couple gator heads just floating around.
They tie them to the back of their cars and drive away.
Exactly. It's just like bells. Yeah.
But I've been just selling outlandish numbers of Disney pins. Outlandish numbers. And apparently there's fake Disney pins, by the way. So you got to be careful. Now, I bought mine from a Disney employee, and she told me how she got them all. And it
sounds like you might get suspended from
eBay. You have what they call in the business provenance.
I do. I have some sort of confidence that she's got good pins, and I'm selling them all for $5. Pretty sure if you're going to copy pins, you're copying better ones than $5.
So you're just $5, no matter what.
Not no matter what. There's a couple that are
because so you are looking them up.
Yeah, Tina listed them all actually. Tina listed them all. It was $650 worth of pins. I paid $175. Not a huge profit, but easy shippers, easy listers. They're selling like hotcakes, so definitely a good move.
Viewers buying them.
It's a mixture. I think viewers are buying some. I'd say it's like 50-50, which is higher than normal, but they're so cheap. So the viewers see these pins, they're like, oh, I can get it for $4. Some are going for $4.
Where does that phrase come from, selling like hotcakes? Do you know that, Kevin? Was that something from like the gold mining times or something?
Yeah,
because people couldn't get
Kevin's day.
I don't know where it
mix
comes
or something.
Selling like hotcakes. It's
There
actually from Imelda Marco. She made that up. Yeah, you didn't know that? That was her thing. She brought it to... The Filipinos were very short on pancakes, and she's like, all right, I'm going to bring the hotcakes back. Yep, that's how she sounded.
This is true history we made up right here.
Okay, the idiom to sell like hotcakes comes from the United States, where the term hotcake was coined in the 19th century. It's simply a synonym for pancake. For something to sell like a hotcake, it must be bought in mass quantities with little effort on the part of the seller, usually so much that it's hard to keep up with the demand. Okay, but what's the origin? It's largely undocumented and led most to believe it comes simply from pancakes being popular at fairs and festivals.
There you go.
Really, I've never seen a pancake at a fair
I've never
or a
had.
festival.
Yeah, but now it's just fried corn or pancakes or whatever.
Fried butter.
Yeah, because they got the juice.
Oh yeah, and the lumps and the knobs.
Yes, and the knobs.
Do you get that, Kevin? That's on TikTok.
I do get it because I've seen it 3 times today.
Corn!
Corn. They're talking about the corn. I
like the corn remix of it.
Blue Ridge Mama has played it in here many, many times. She could sing the song. She's got it down pat. Yeah. She's obsessed with the corn kid.
I am too.
So what's the deal? That guy like makes the video and stuff, and everybody's ripping it off and putting it up. I mean, how do you protect you? Right? They're turning it into songs and whatever, and putting it on YouTube and whatever.
Dude, he's making so much on YouTube already. Like people are going and watching the full version.
The kid was on Mr. Beast.
Yeah, but seriously, what's the deal though? I mean, can you just do that and monetize something? You just cut somebody else's stuff up like crazy and put music to it, and you can make money off of it.
If it's like parody, right? Isn't it? If it's parody,
it's parody law. So yeah.
There's a parody law that lets you do that. Yes, you have to do it right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Now you know.
We're not lawyers, guys. We did not go to the proper schooling.
So you can take my videos and laugh at me for an hour. For 20 minutes.
I still want to do one video where I just basically Mystery Theater 3000 your videos. Me and Dave need to do that, where we just make fun of your videos.
Oh, speaking of Prison to Profit convention. I was going to bring this up right before the show started. I found a stream where Dante went off and said many, many naughty words, Dante. Many naughty words were said. Bad boy. But it was pretty funny. There was a lot of drama. I didn't understand any of the people he was talking about.
Well, okay, but here's the funny part about that video is that he tells you straight in there, like, you only clicked on this video because of the drama. And is that true for you?
No, I did. That's my fault. And I got engrossed in it, too. Like, I was like, oh, who's this flipping Eric guy? I hate him. I don't even know who he is, but I hate him.
He's a Utah guy. He's from Utah, actually.
Makes sense. You Utah people. Mm-hmm,
but that was the irony. That was the best part of the video, in my opinion. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But you put the video up, so do you not want me to? I mean, what's the deal? You gotta... It's pretty funny. I like it. Uh-oh. Dave Reagan was back here a second ago.
Callie, one of the best pickers in Dave's family right here.
Very good. See how the show just goes downhill without Dave?
I know. Dave, you guys don't know this, but Dave really does guide the show. If Dave's not here, me and Kevin just babble about nothing.
Sorry. She was showing me this book, which is super old. It's vintage from the 1980s.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Yeah,
I feel old now.
She's a better picker than your mom.
Yeah, and she certainly seemed to be implying that 1980s was old. But actually, this is 1961, Kevin, actually. Nice. So it's from your day and age.
Are you sure it's from 61?
It says 1961.
Because it might have been created in 61. And
I found
reproduced.
I found books on the side of the road, and they were like some medical books, and they were just in a free box. And so I just scanned them all. Me and Tina were on a walk. I scanned them all.
With some scalpels and just bloody.
No. They're just standard books, standard like field guide type.
Did you call Reagan's mom to come carry them away?
Yeah, she can teach me how to make $3,000 a month on a side hustle.
I know.
No, I mean I
just have to wait till I'm 68 and I'll be there.
2 of them sell for $30 a piece, right? And so I make a TikTok with like the stupid motion. I say, just on my daily walk, I made $60, and I show the books and blah blah blah. Right?
I've taught you everything you know about TikTok. That's why you're struggling. That's why you're not doing well. Don't
banned the video. They banned the video.
Really?
They said, "Oh, this video is against policies for
talking about books."
Yeah, no, it was like illegal activity for illegal activity, and I just think that there's some troll out there reporting all my videos.
I know there was dumpster diving mama. She does TikToks and stuff. She's gotten in trouble a lot for going into dumpsters and gotten in trouble on TikTok. So
really,
I think they don't. They
it's
actually
illegal.
Well, it depends on the state you're in,
or city.
I showed the box that said free on it. Free books taken.
So how do we know, Dave, that you didn't just make a box? You carry a box away around with you everywhere.
Hey, I did that too. I did a video a year and a half ago now, and it was a TV sitting there, and it was free. It said free on there, and I had people. They didn't kick me off of TikTok, but I had people like on TikTok and on YouTube. You lied. This wasn't there. You set this up and whatever. I'm like, I'm not smart enough to set this stuff up, y'all.
Dave went into.
I picked it up.
Dave went in with that free box today at Target and just started putting those new Ninja Turtle toys in there and said it was in the free box. I found him and he walked out.
You should have put the $5 Cabbage Patch in the free box and walked out of there too.
Yeah, I actually did go spend some money on some action figures. Ninja Turtles has this new like mashup where they mix the Ninja Turtles with monsters like NECA toys. And
you paid retail?
I paid retail.
What's wrong
with
you?
Really, really bad of me.
They are pretty cool though.
They're really
lots of articulation, right? Value,
yes,
articulation, toys, guys. If you're looking for toys, articulation.
So
is
you bought them to play with? What? I don't get this.
Bought them to put on my shelf and pretend that I was going to resell them one day, but I'll list them very, very high and never sell them.
Yeah, Dave immediately texted me today. He was super excited about it. I felt like you wanted some sort of somebody to say it was okay.
To tell me it was okay. Yeah, I did.
And it is okay.
Buyer's remorse.
You're a 37-year-old man.
So that's why he didn't call me, because
who's acting like a child.
It was okay. Carrie's like, yeah, spend the money. There's no tomorrow.
I'm not the one to ask advice when it comes to money, FYI. I just left for 5 weeks, guys. Spending money, not making any. It wasn't a wise choice.
Yeah, are you feeling some buyer's remorse yourself for that trip, or?
No, I loved it. No, I'm serious. It did change a lot of things.
I heard you talking.
I don't regret it, but it was a lot of money.
On one of your streams, you were like,
buy Carrie coffee.
What are some of your best? Join the Patreon. What are some of your best memories? Right. That's what Don asked Carrie from the trip, and Carrie actually said Airbnb. Universal Studios was one of them. And I was like, really? Because, dude, you were just sweating.
No, I was. But did you not tell me this? I swear you told me in the future you're not going to think about all the sweating.
Isn't that weird, right? You're just remembering the fun part and forgetting about the misery.
I remember, the moments before Hagrid's motorcycle took off where I was certain I was going to die in some way.
You didn't.
A heart attack or something else. No, so
your active hernia did not,
No, nothing happened with my hernia. So that was cool. I got really
Heaven
sick.
Forbid we get that fixed. There you go, guys. Join the Patreon. Carrie can fix his hernia. We should have that be a whole tier.
There's no
$4,000. Fix Carrie's hernia.
Pay for Carrie's debt for his trip around America. Pay off my debt.
Oh gosh, yeah.
No coincidence. Those are those two things lined up: Patreon and Carrie's returning from his trip at Costa.
Oh yeah.
That is true. Yeah, he's struggling, but we still love him.
I think we got back and we were on the live, and somebody was like, "How much did it cost to go on the trip?" And I remember that. Yeah.
I
said like $4,000 or $5,000, and Don was like, "No, it was much more than I had no clue
like
how much money." It was like
I could have told you that.
I had no clue what we spent. I was just spending money. I'm so bad.
He's rich. Carrie was rich.
I'd like to thank Flip for that trip. Flip.
I've sold a few of the items that I bought off of you, though. Sold a couple.
Did you?
Right on.
Yeah.
Did you make your money back? How much did you pay Carrie for all his items?
I don't know.
I was like $300. That's what I paid Kevin. He's like $80. He said $80 is what I'll give you.
I'll tell you what he did. Carrie said 40, and I said I'll give you 80, and Don's that's a good idea.
Wow, look at that.
Don probably said 80.
That's the truth. I did say 40, and he said 80 because he's an angel. He really is. He's a great guy.
Sweetheart, yeah.
Kevin is a great guy. It's the only time I'll ever say it on the podcast.
Angel tramp stamp yet?
Yeah.
Angel.
Well, whatever. Your tattoo. You told me you were going to get it like last week. What happened?
I haven't got it yet. I'm busy.
I don't think you're really going to get it. I think you're a fake tattoo guy.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, I feel like you're wanting all the street cred from saying you're going to get a tattoo, but you don't have the guts to get one,
I think if you were really brave, you'd also get your lip pierced.
She's making an appointment.
Yeah,
I want you to get your lip pierced.
Lips. Face tattoo. You can't see the lip piercing with a face tattoo.
What if you get your lip pierced together, like top and bottom lip, just pierce them together? I think
what if you tattooed a beard on so that you could look like
a man,
not like a big old child?
Okay, no. So let's talk. Did you listen to the new reselling podcast, the Let's Do Lunch podcast?
I can't say that I did. I will.
Bear?
I will.
I listened. I was on the road, so that's my excuse for not listening to all of it. But
it's way better than that crappy clickbait podcast.
Oh my god!
I listened.
How do you like that, Jimmy? You watched that one?
It was pretty good. Yeah. It was pretty good. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that I couldn't relate to because I'm just like a bearded. They were anti-beard guys. I think I felt that.
They tell them when they get beards.
Which one?
You'll watch it.
Which one?
Which one? Which one? What? What?
Which one was anti-beard?
No, they said that we were like beardos, didn't they?
Oh, they did call. Oh, you're talking about the girl podcast.
Yeah. Well, what other podcast we talking about?
We were talking about the reseller clickbait podcast.
Oh, those guys. They're still doing it, right?
I don't know.
Yes, they're doing it. I love the shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, Steve Promo and SSK Slips or something.
Steve Promo.
Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bob. Yep, Mr. Bob. No, so I mean, I listened to it and it was good. It was actually a very good podcast. I enjoyed it. There was some funny stuff. What's their name? Angie was talking about her Tinder experience. Not Tinder, but something like Tinder. It was
Plenty of Fish.
Yeah. And she's getting all types of inappropriate messages, which is pretty funny. That's some good content. Carrie, actually, I'm making a formal request. Can you re-enter the dating pool? Because I feel like it would add to the show, those stories of Carrie's date nights. See if Dawn's cool with it. Just be like, listen, we're near Utah. We're in the proximity.
Dawn's waiting for wife number 2 at this point. So.
That's why she signed up with you know?
Exactly.
Someone to help carry the load of Carrie.
It seems like it's tough nowadays because there's all these different like animal-based reselling, or not, there's Bumble, which is about bees. I think that's one that they can
that's the one where you can't get talked to unless the girl talks to you. Yeah, that's the thing with Bumble. It's not like Tinder where guys can just message you.
And then there's Farmers Only. That's how Kevin met Blue Ridge Mama. Was FarmersOnly.com.
You have to live on the farm. Yeah, actually, there is like a farm-specific dating site. I think.
You don't have to be lonely at FarmersOnly.com. You never heard that jingle?
I don't know. I think that's State Farm. Is what you're thinking of?
No.
I'm googling this. Is this
no,
really
look up. That's how Kevin met BRM on
FarmersOnly.com.
That's really a thing. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, that's where you met BRM?
No. No. I used to make jokes about that in my class.
Single in the country. City folks just don't get it.
Yeah.
They don't.
Dude, I would totally go on there and be a city folk, but pretend I wasn't.
You should find the jingle, too. At FarmersOnly.com. It's a funny little jingle, too.
That's what Carrie was just singing it, and I didn't believe it was
I feel like
real.
That's like the start of like a Hallmark movie, though. Like you're a city folk, and then you go to the country, and you're all about business, but she has like a farm, right?
And you're Matthew McConaughey in this movie.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. You're not going to look like you, that's for sure. Yeah. You got to look like somebody else.
All right, there it is. Our next venture. See, I think like this all the time. ResellersOnly.com, and we'll attach it to the Facebook page. We'll start it. It'll be good.
No, hold on. Would you really want to marry another reseller, Kevin?
Yeah, do you want to officiate
They're slobs, they're lazy. No.
They're thieves. They're all thieves.
They're not lazy. I'll say that. But they have a lot of crap. And if you have a lot of crap.
I'm telling you, it's a good idea. That kid from FlipCon, he could find himself a little girlfriend.
The kid from FlipCon?
What are you talking about?
Oh, the little kid, the 12-year-old kid.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't need to get married yet. Let him just be a kid.
Let him be a kid, Kevin. I mean, he doesn't want to be, though, because he's, like, making more money than I am on eBay. So
that's true. That's not hard, to be fair.
So, anyway.
But also, to be fair, you're making more than I make, so I shouldn't talk.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So, are you going to the Boss Reseller Remix? Isn't it, like, tomorrow?
If Kevin goes, I'll go.
If
Kevin goes, I'll go. It's a lot of money.
So Dante's event's October 9th, 10th, something like that. And then the Reseller Remix is after that, right? So, Dave, if you went to that one, you literally would have to get on a plane and fly out to the Remix because it's the next day.
Yeah, if you guys all go to the Remix, we could go to a circus. We could go
do some stabbing.
Do some stabbing.
Yeah. Try not to get shivved.
I mean, I can't. I've missed too much work already.
Honestly. I tried to get my wife to go with me, but she didn't want to go to Vegas this time. I don't know. Will you go with me?
We're waiting for his wife to respond, guys, if you're curious about the dead air. No, okay, but Dante's will be fun. That'll be fun. We'll go. We're doing Top Golf, Carrie, which we've done before. Golf. Kevin's really good at it. Did you know that?
Yeah, he's good. He almost hits the golf ball out of the Top Golf arena.
Did you win every round you played, Kevin?
Yes.
I think Blue Ridge Mama won one round, didn't she?
He's not going to give her credit,
though. The Angry Birds round. She won that round. Yeah, you're exactly
You have
right.
no control. It's all power. It's all old man strength and no direction.
Yeah. It's all strength. He's got the limber limbs, From playing the shuffleboard.
He just swings it and just screams out about the Lindbergh baby or something. I don't know anything about.
It's funny. I told Josh, I'm like, hey, we'll do next year at FlipCon. We'll do a charity golf tournament. And he's like, sweet, you can do it. And I'm like, I didn't tell him the charity was going to be for Carrie to make another trip out. That's where all the money was going to go.
We should just do putt-putt. Putt-putt is super athletic, so I'll do well, but it's also mental. I love.
No, I mean, golf. I think Kevin was kind of like, honestly, probably the whole disappearing all day, pretending he's still a teacher to his wife. Yeah. He's going golfing. Based on the
he's
top
good. He actually really is good, and it's kind of off-putting, and it makes me upset how good he is because he's an athlete. You could tell he used to play college baseball at some random place back in the day.
I did. I did.
Okay, so Kevin, Trash to Cash hats. Are you sold out yet?
Hats?
Yeah.
No.
Got one right behind him.
No, there's still hats.
They're still hats, okay. Because I'm thinking also we need to do like a hat giveaway where we all sign it or something at the Uncle Mark's.
I brought the hat. I told you when I saw you at FlipCon, I had you sign 2 hats. See, I think in advance. Y'all don't think like that, you know.
You guys should just forge my signature. Forge my signature on it.
So I have a hat right here. It's right here. Look, we signed it. You want me to bring that down there and give it away? I was going to do a charity thing.
It's your event. You know, you do what you want. But
I did it for a charity thing, and sure enough, one came up the next week, and I just
is Uncle Steve invited to Uncle Mark's yard sale?
Dude, I'm going to Uncle Steve's for dinner. Yeah, Carrie, this is what you're missing out on.
I wish I could just fly out there on my private jet like you guys, but I can't. I just spent every dime I had to go out there.
I would like, Carrie, for you to explain in detail the meaning of this comment, and I want you to get really literal on it. I got a comment on one of my videos, and it said, LOL, all these picking YouTube channels are just breeding more pickers. So can you go into detail? What does that mean? Like literally.
That's what pigs do well, you know.
Exactly.
Breed. They do that very, very well.
One reselling. This is kind of biblical. One reselling video begats another one, begats another one, begats another one.
So every time a reselling video comes out, a little baby reseller is born.
A new reseller is born.
NC Piggy. Lots of NC Piggies.
Lots of NC Piggies just being born every time.
That's what we should have rabbit plushes because like rabbits we're just spreading it all around.
We've been trying to figure out what Carrie's plush could be, Kevin. I said a shopping cart could be kind of good.
I thought the ship, and then people are saying the Carrie Bear because I was nicknamed Care Bear.
I do like the Carrie Bear because I
can't be Care Bear because that's illegal.
On your hat,
we gotta have a backwards hat. A lot of people say ducks because of the Mighty Ducks, but
Troy
has ducks.
stole that. Yeah,
he did steal that.
All y'all just stealing my ideas here. I would never do that. So
Dave, that guy, unsubscribe. If you guys are still watching at this point, don't watch it.
I felt like Kevin this weekend at a yard sale, right? Because I go to this yard sale.
Just like 90-year-old women just bombarding you?
Like, pretty much, yeah. So she wasn't 90. She's probably like 40. So she wasn't that old, Kevin. She's not like your age or anything. But she comes up and she's like, I have a camera like that. She's like, Are you the NC Picker? And I'm like, yeah. And then she starts screaming at sales. She's like, oh my gosh, it's the NC Picker! And like everyone at the sale just stops and like they're looking at me. They're just like, what the heck? NC Picker, who's that? And they're like, she's like, he's YouTube famous.
See, come
here.
That's the appropriate response. NC Picker, who's that?
Yeah. Did she say, I've seen you on Commonwealth Picker's channel? Is that what she said?
No, but it was like so incredibly awkward. Guys, please, for the love of all things, if you see us at a yard sale, talk to us like we're normal humans. Be cool. Let's have a conversation. Let's not scream at the yard sale.
Let me be the one that screams that I got recognized just out of excitement.
Yeah. Like, let's just be bros or sisters or whatever. Like, let's just be like, hey, NC... A lot of people do it cool. Like, hey, NC Picker, watch your stuff. Oh, cool, nice. Yeah, what'd you find today? Like, just a normal conversation. But then everyone comes over, and then the seller comes out of her house because she was getting a tote bag. She's like, who's that? Who's here? NC Picker? I've never heard of NC Picker, but do you know Jocelyn? The crazy lamp lady? I love her stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, this whole thing is like deteriorating. Then the woman calls, not the seller, the woman who had recognized me at first, calls her husband on FaceTime. She calls him on FaceTime. Luis, look, it's the NC Picker. I'm like, hi, Luis.
Wow. This almost feels like a real story that actually happened.
I've got it on video. I can show you the whole thing.
He couldn't wait. After being in Tennessee, he couldn't wait to tell his story. That's what it is.
Why Tennessee?
It's a humble brag.
Oh, because you got recognized everywhere?
Because you were taking pictures of me and other people the whole time. You know.
That's true. I was just snapping the photos.
It's not true. But I did have a sale in Roanoke last year where a lady did that, just like you described, and she immediately ran to her car, got her phone, brought it back, and handed it to the people having the yard sale to do the picture. I'm like, oh, gosh. I haven't bought anything yet. So after that, I'm like, oh, my gosh.
You feel like you can't buy anything. Yeah, you feel like you can't buy anything after that happens.
I still found a few deals. People want to get rid of stuff, man.
Yeah. But you feel awkward, like, just the whole time you feel awkward after that. I love it when people chat with me and say, hey, it's just the whole, like, drawing everyone's attention to the
Kevin hates it. He starts taking back the stickers he handed out when he got there. Because every time, every garage sale he goes to, he preemptively hands out stickers, lets them know about his YouTube channel. Then he gets mad if they know who he is.
Yeah. Well, so he wears this fanny pack, but he puts it on the back so it's on his fanny.
He's got two fanny packs.
And he's like, yo, grab my fanny pack off my fanny.
I can't do anything. You used to complain about the stickers in the back of the backpack, so I put the sticker fanny pack on the side, and now you complain about that.
The side is the safest choice.
Yeah, but you do
probably.
kind of let it, go towards the middle every now and then when I was trying to pull stickers out.
I pick the stickers out myself now. I don't do it that way anymore. I thought that was a great idea. People liked it. I probably shouldn't have stopped it. The thing I didn't like about it is I would turn the camera away, and then they're talking behind me, and I'm staring out into the boonies or whatever.
Yeah. So, no,
well,
you live in the boonies. There is a solution, Kevin. You could just stop living in the boonies.
Sold another Trash Cast t-shirt to Ashley Long. Ashley, thank you.
Hey, you know what, Kevin? How about you go ahead and tell us your comment of the week? Usually you pull one. And by the way, I don't know if we've done it yet, but me and Carrie were talking about this idea of adding a tier on Patreon where, you get, priority comment or question of the week that Kevin reads. That'd be kind of cool. One of your questions will be from the Patreon group or something. That'd be cool. But anyways, did you pick one or no?
Dangerous. I didn't because I don't have access to the last week's video, so it'd have to be from 2 videos ago, which I can do. So you got to give me it because it's not out yet, Dave.
Oh, the Rake and Profit video. That's a really
correct.
good point. That's a really okay. Fine, I forgot about that. That was dumb of me. Do it from 2 weeks ago because we didn't talk about those comments. So
here's see you down the road. That's the person who made the comment. I feel like I'm hanging around my irreverent friends when I listen to you guys, and Kevin is awesome trying to keep Carrie and Dave in line.
That sounds like something you made up.
Yeah, was that another one of your alt accounts?
How can Kevin be dubious of Patreon when he's sold enough Inaman to build a second shed?
That's more like it. Yeah, that's more like it.
Dave very vividly pointed out the irony in Kevin's standoffishness with Patreon. It's weird. It's weird. It's almost like Dave likes it and Kevin just wants to be the one who thought of the idea. That's the vibe I get.
That's probably what it is.
I just thought of resellersonly.com, and y'all don't like it. I'm telling you, I'm going to start it.
It's because it's not a good idea, Kevin.
Tell the viewers out there listening in podcast land, tell me this is a good idea. So all these Patreon memes are hilarious. Dave makes these funny memes. And then my wife said she wants a nativity one with the 3 wise men or whatever. I'm like, huh. And then I thought, 12 memes, I want a calendar. I want, every month has a meme. And of course the nativity one is in December. And Dave's going to make these, and we're going to take those, we're going to make the calendars, and then we're going to be like, how many things did you list on this day? How many things did you sell on this day? And then it's Q4 today, put that on the calendar. Get your number 7
like
boxes.
This idea. I like this idea, and I like the idea of having it somehow also have spots like you said, spots on each day for your listings and all that stuff.
Buy your boxes. Go, and we could get Joel to give us.
You could put that. Couldn't you put that in Patreon under one of the tiers?
Buy your American Bubble Boy today. We could put that on once a month or something like that.
I like that, but I need you people who bought the meme level subscription to let me know the memes to make, because I only have 4 up there so far, and I want to do more.
People are making a lot of memes on the Facebook group too, so if you guys just want to go check it out, it's funny. There's a lot of people making fun of Kevin being the Godfather and all that kind of stuff.
What? Yeah, and there was that one of him pooping, but we had to take it down because of the full nudity.
There's been a few full nude ones.
I see you've thrown your full weight behind the Facebook group. Nobody said anything about it, and I'm the only one moving people over there. So what's up?
Dude, we reposted your story. What are you talking about?
You
haven't put it in a Flipper video. You did a 50-minute Flipper video. You can't throw out a Facebook group?
We just barely got Dave to join yesterday.
I just joined yesterday.
It's been out for
which I was
6
surprised
days.
you even commented, actually. I didn't think
you
knew how to use Facebook. You had to pay people to do it.
I joined
Jelly Smack,
because somebody told me to. Someone on Instagram messaged me and said, when are you going to join the Facebook group? We need you to comment in there.
It's your group.
I said that to you. I literally messaged you.
No, someone who was a viewer who I care about their opinion said it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, well, not you, basically,
as opposed
Carrie.
to the viewers that
not you. Carrie, what'd you eat for dinner?
Gosh, I had lunch. I haven't had dinner yet, but I had.
I'm gonna look at this.
It's what time is it?
Oh my goodness.
7:30. I got till 8 before my fast.
Am I Tony Soprano on here? Is that what I am?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Tony Soprano.
You're Tony Soprano, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's good, yeah. I think it just works perfectly with you and who you are, and you being a bad person and all that stuff.
I love how he just had. He's that
Brian
age where
Klaus,
he just had Facebook on the whole time.
Kevin is so old that I'm actually... Well, that's not funny, Brian.
Yeah, we had some fun. There's a good thread on Kevin's so old, ... and we're just making jokes. Mine was that he sells stuff on Bonanza, and then you literally said you sold something on Bonanza today. So I prophesized that.
I'm seeing some real bolos on here, some real information.
Yeah, there's some people taking it way too serious. That's for sure.
We're not even at 400 followers yet.
We should
because I'm the only one who said anything, and I haven't said. Well, it'll be by the time this video comes out, it'll be a lot more than that.
Yeah, we're at this Photoshop. Can we show this? Hold on, I'm gonna show this.
We're at 398. I gotta approve 2 more people.
People post videos on here.
Yeah,
why not? Who cares?
Like
we can delete them if they're bad.
YouTube channels. I like the Taco Bell Scott Fiesta Strength. That was pretty funny.
There you go.
There we go.
There's the Kevin Godfather. No, you know what we got to do?
James Gandolfini. It's the Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what we got to do? You know what we got to do, which I've seen before on groups like this, is like self-promotion thread, like once a week, where you can post your YouTube video once a week, and people can go look at that thread if they want some new content. And they can click and check out your videos. I think that'd be cool.
How do you do it? What do you mean in a thread? Like, so basically, you can do it in the comment section?
Yeah, in the comments. Like, here's your chance. Put a comment below.
No, we got to make that trash to cash, though. We have to say you can share, but they can only share our videos. One of us 3. But they can share different videos.
No. Here's a better thing. You can only share your video if you make fun of something you do. You have to self-deprecate your own video.
Yeah, you have to trash your video.
Like, my voice is stupid in this video, guys. Check it out. Like, that's how you have to introduce your
There we
video.
go. Yeah. Perfect. I like
if you look closely, you can see that my leg is bleeding. I don't know why that's.
Check out my toes.
My toes are kind of askew. My one toe is longer than my other toe. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm getting a little weird now. I had caffeine for the first time in like a month.
Look at this person bought a Ninja Turtle in here, and they sold it for 99 cents. Sold it for $30, Dave. It's the opposite of you buying retail.
I paid $36 for my stupid Ninja Turtle.
But you probably got it cheaper on eBay. Why didn't
what did you
buy
think of the new nickname for Harry Tornado that Rake and Profit came up with? Did you hear what it was, Kevin?
It's good. I'm never calling him anything other than Horny Tornado forever.
That's it.
That's it. No more nicknames. Make some memes, guys. Wait, no, don't make memes.
Oh, don't make a meme of that. Don't make a meme of that. I mean, we did get the Harold Tornado meme. Did you see that?
We did.
That was pretty awesome. Harold Tornado. So good. Okay,
we'll give him too much press. He doesn't. He needs to sponsor this show.
He's going to eBay Open. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
What's eBay Open?
I don't know. They still do that. It's just where eBay tells you all the stuff they're going to do, and they never do any of it.
I ran into someone at the flea market, and they told me that they got a legal letter from Mary Kay, a cease and desist selling.
You never heard this? I get these.
I have heard this. I've heard this, but I continue to sell it and not get in trouble. Are you still selling it too?
Yes.
Why are we getting away with it? It's because we're like low quantity sellers.
I've never got the letter, but I think if I got the letter, I wouldn't stop.
Really?
He's got lawyer money.
Dude, why don't you put on a leather jacket and say it again and bring those shades down?
Yeah.
Like,
James Gandolfini.
Find a reason to actually have shades on your head at this time.
Stop. No, but like, why aren't you scared, Kev? Why aren't you scared?
He's got lawyers on retainer, guys. He's got lawyers on retainer. He needs.
This is not legal advice. Do not follow Kevin's advice. Go.
There's no legal reason why I can't sell Mary Kay that I bought. And if you sign a contract with Mary Kay and you're a dealer, you can't resell it on there. But there's no reason I can't sell. Matter of fact, I think this is one of my pet peeves. I think I'm kind of upset at eBay for years. They should be actively working with resellers against these companies, and they're not. They're working with them, and I think that we have a better leg to stand on legally.
No, I think stands on was better when he said it.
Yeah, we have legal legs that stand.
Legal legs to stands on. That's actually a very valid point. We try not to make those on the show, Kevin. Can you please refrain in the future from making?
I'm going to go ahead and edit that out.
Let me find another stupid comment.
Yeah, edit out that very valid point. That's actually a really good point because eBay, if they want to promote secondhand selling, they should not be siding with the manufacturer. That's a really stupidly valuable point.
Dave, you should go back. You should go back and edit out every time we said what the point was, and then just leave the parts where we say that was a valid point.
Yeah, just like bleep it. I should bleep it like I had to freaking bleep half of what Rakin said last week.
I know.
A lot of bleeps in there.
That guy, he's
imagine how much
too many Gary V videos.
Video there, you know.
Oh yeah, Dante's video would be unwatchable for me because I'd bleep everything.
No. It got good. I mean, people are who they are, man.
It was good the whole time. I liked it. It was honest
and
open, and it was good. I just didn't know who the heck he was talking about.
Well, yeah.
But that's just me because I know nobody. Speaking of that, who's Commonwealth Picker? Who's
Pickler.
that guy?
Hey, have you been getting? I've been getting so many spammers lately, or not spammers. So many people trying to be, putting comments in and stuff for me and giving away. Listen, so just public service announcement: I will never give anything away in the comment section.
He will not tell you to text him on WhatsApp, guys. That is not Kevin. And also, he's not telling you to go look at dirty pictures.
In German. It's always in German too.
Yeah.
So ich bin in der Stadt, and then it's just
18 plus. The only English part is 18 plus.
I'm sure there'll be a bot in this comment section. So go look and see what it looks like.
Oh, you know what I get though? As I get those bots, as soon as I get those things showing up in my comments, like a day later, I'll get an email saying, "Hey, we'll help get rid of your spam on your YouTube videos." I'm like, "You're probably the people putting it in my YouTube videos."
That's how they do it. Yeah.
So right about now, our VIP patrons just appeared on the screen. How exciting is that? All the people who are supporting us on Patreon got their little
look at that one. I love them.
Oh, look at their name.
Oh, these are like our children. Aw, love them.
Your name could be here too. Just sign up for the Patreon and shill.
Give us your money. Is that too much?
That's a little heavy-handed, Care Bear.
That was a joke. It was a joke. Don't, guys.
Did you
just
buy
cancel
the little
your Patreon? Really.
Oh, dude! By now, though, the new GoPro's announced. It's going to come out September 14th, Kevin. There's two variations.
My
There's the
8's
11 and the 11 Micro, and this thing has no screens. I mean,
no screens.
But it's Kevin. It's like this big.
So I'll just get one of each.
Tiny
you want one?
I'm thinking of getting one of each. I'm going to sell my 10 and get the big 11 and the little 11. I might put one on my mom and one on me. So, I might do the 2-camera thing. Am I crazy? You think I'm crazy?
I've done a little bit of it the last couple of days with the phones.
I've done it and tried to put it again. It's like the most, of course, the way I edit it's ridiculous.
You're editing in a difficult fashion for that. Like, the phone editing would be really hard to do at that. Were you able to edit it on your phone, Carrie?
Yeah, well, Dawn was filming on her phone and my phone, and I was just slicing it together. So, I was looking at the cards at the swap meet, and then I'd switch to Dawn's perspective.
Yeah.
All right, hey, I got an outro right here for you since we never got back to this.
Has it got a banjo in it?
I got the idea, and I wanted to write this down. So, overrated, underrated, okay? So, Bonanza, Carrie. Overrated, underrated.
What?
Overrated,
Bonanza's overrated, yes.
Underrated.
Depop.
Overrated.
Over.
Overrated.
Facebook Marketplace.
Underpants.
Overrated.
eBay.
Underpants.
Underrated.
Mercari.
Overrated.
Poshmark.
I don't know what we're doing.
Overrated.
Is anything underrated?
I said underrated
this
on
podcast.
Something.
This podcast.
Oh, this podcast is way overrated.
Overrated,
yeah. This is a garbage heap on top of a dumpster fire.
I haven't heard of any of these things. I only sell on eBay, Kevin. I'm a purist.
Oh.
I'm an eBay.
But you did a flip.
I've been selling on eBay since 1999. I still accept cashier's checks.
No, last year I sold on eBay, Whatnot, and Mercari. And those are my 3 platforms.
That's about it for me. I do have
not
Poshmark,
Bonanza.
But I don't
not
use
Bonanza
it.
Because it's too hard to set up.
Nobody
you have to
uses
pay all
Bonanza
those fees.
that's under 63.
$55,000. If you're under 63, you have you don't get the senior discount, Kevin. They charge us.
Exactly. Bonanza is cool though because Bonanza works on your Nokia cell phone.
That's true. Yeah, and your sidekick.
Your sidekick. It is sidekick capable.
Thank you for watching Trash to Cash. We're going to end the show here, guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for all your support on Patreon and all that other stuff.